I believe that your CV and resume at times in your life can be incredibly important. Your CV can impact the quality of your career, and the quality of your career can impact the quality of your life. If your CV goes wrong and doesn't work, then your career can go wrong and doesn't work. And if your career goes wrong and doesn't work, then your life doesn't work. A CV can be a huge enabler to get what it is that you want in life and in your career. But it also can be a blocker that stands between you and what you want. And when things go wrong with your CV and you're not getting the results, if you're out of work, you can certainly find that you start to lose things that you really don't want to lose. Your confidence, your self-belief, your money, your health, and then you start to gain things that you don't want to gain. Stress, pressure, worry, fear, all sorts of things. So therefore, if you can find ways of turning around your CV, of taking it more seriously, and that's what drove me to take CV writing to the highest level. Because there's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. I truly believe that. If you look hard enough, if you turn over every stone, if you're prepared to work hard enough, smart enough, to do whatever it takes. Most people have no idea the amount of variables in their CV. Most people do broadly the same thing. It's all centered around a document, and it's all about pouring yourself into that template document to try and make yourself look as good as possible. It sounds great, doesn't it? But the reality is that often employers don't want the best people. They want the best people for them. And that might be the same, but it also might be different. When you take CV writing to the highest level, you consider things that other people are not even broadly aware of, that haven't even got the clue. All of a sudden, you become more in control. You see that you've got like levers that you can pull to change the output. There's so much choice in writing your CV, and it's not just about the document itself. I see it as the document is like a messenger that takes the message, and then it's the message that it contains. It's the two of them go hand in hand. You can improve the messenger, or you can improve the document, or you can improve both. But at the end of the day, if you choose to, you've got control. You can control what goes into your CV. It's all about making the most of what you've got, seeing the world as it really is, seeing employers as they really are, seeing the recruitment process that your CV might go through. Most people have no idea that often their CVs are assessed these days by computers in applicant tracking systems. How's your CV going to get through that applicant tracking system? Who are you really writing it for? You hear people talking about employers are looking for this, employers are looking for that. Who are employers? Who are these people saying that? Do they really know? Can they judge what every employer wants? Of course they can't. I'm not saying that you can't generalise in some respects. Of course you can. Employers aren't going to want somebody that's dishonest, going to rip them off and no good at their job. But you know what I'm saying? That actually, employers are different people. And different people see the world in different ways. They value different things. And who is the employer anyway? We often talk about employers, which is often an organisation. Well, at the end of the day, the organisation is just like a legal entity, isn't it? It's a hiring business, it's a people business. It's people that make decisions. It's people that work for organisations or that own organisations that make the decisions. And so therefore we've got to relate to people. Different people will see things in a different way. They'll value different things. And that's great. It's like beauty. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There's so many things that we can control, that we can have impact on. But we've got to know who it is that we really are at a deepest level. What's the value that we bring to other organisations? What's the difference we're going to make? How can we compete against all these other people that are applying for jobs? You frequently look at jobs these days and look at the counters on these internet job boards, LinkedIn. Often you see 50, 60, 100 or more applicants for one job. So you've got 100 to 1 chance of getting that job. But you can win against these odds if you raise your game, if you leverage what it is that you've got, if you embrace strategies and techniques, if you adopt paradigm shifts where you turn things round, where you look to serve the employer and you look to come up with ultimately the reasons why employers should hire you and not somebody else, because that's what it comes down to. There's always something that you can do. It's all a question of, could you be bothered to go and do it? Are you interested in learning about what it is that you can change? Because at the end of the day, doing the ordinary way is the easy way. If you take it to the highest level, you have to do the most work. You have to broaden the agenda to see all the things that are impacting it, and also dive down into the detail. But there's nothing that you can't do if you're determined, if you're committed, if you use all these tools and techniques and knowledge and understanding that's available to you. Of course you're not going to win in every case, but at the end of the day, when you embark on a journey, you start to see where you fit in, and you can start to focus your efforts in the right areas for jobs that you actually stand a chance of getting, where you are the leading candidate, where you understand what the difference is between you and other people, where you can articulate that, where it's real, and where you're focusing on the value and the contribution that you're going to make to the employer. You've just got to decide to go for it.